Well, I need that table. Yes, 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 yes. What's up, my YouTube people? What's up to all my people under the skies? I'm your boy EJ, and today we are going to make our own fire starters. I know y'all been waiting for this video. I apologize for the time delay. Life happens and things go on. But without further ado, I'm going to show you guys my process to making homemade fire starters. And just a little background on what I chose for the fire starters. The reason why I chose these fire starters is because I was camping one time and I took the Duraflame fire starters, the little bricks, and we were out there for like a week. What happened was a couple days into it, it started raining, and I noticed that all my tinder and my fire starters were getting moist from condensation. So it was kind of difficult to keep firewood without keeping it inside of my tent or underneath an enclosed canopy. So I was like, hey, I'm not gonna go without some kind of reusable or non-usable fire starter from now on. Every time I go camping, I'm gonna have something that's reliable. I'm gonna have something that I don't have to worry about, and you can't go wrong with these. You really can't. I call these the cotton pancakes, fire starter pancakes, however you want to call it. But they're really easy to make. Very simple ingredients. All you need is some round cotton pads, the normal stuff that you buy from Walmart. Any craft store will have them, and any pharmacy. Also, I picked up what I like to call the dental rolls. This is just a little alternative from using the cotton pads, just also a little bit smaller and lighter. I'll get into the details later. I'm using these for camping and I'm using these for backpacking, if that makes any sense. So just a heads up. All right. And then, of course, you need your own pot. I have a dedicated pot just for this process. I do not use this pot for any other purpose but for making my own fire starters. Like, I still even have a little bit of candle wax still in there from the last time I made some. So I'll just use that and I won't even have to go crazy with the wax that I have now. And last but not least, golf wax. So this is what they call golf wax, aka paraffin wax. Paraffin wax. Okay? They sell this in 1 pound canisters. They sell this in 3 pounds and I believe 4 pounds. Okay? They come in these bricks. All it is unscented candle wax for no reason at all. All you need is just a little. You could drop this whole thing in there and you can melt this. This will go a long way. If you get anything bigger than this, because they come in longer ones, you can just cut it in half, take a hot knife, cut it in half, and then stick it in your pot. But this is the golden key right here. Golf wax, people. You can use soy wax. You can use those waxes that they have in the craft shops. I didn't buy them. They're kind of expensive to do what I needed to do. You don't need to spend that much money. So I'm not saying that you can't use it. I'm just saying this is what I use. And then for my scents, so because I was a camper, I spend a lot of time outdoors. So I got citronella to add as my scent because I was using this as a mosquito deterrent when I was making candles and my fire starters. And then I also got some peppermint oil, which I use to deter spiders. When I make my own peppermint oil mix, I dilute it with water and I spray my tent windows and doorways and underneath my rain fly. Trade secret, less spiders at your campsite. And then some lemongrass oil I also use for ants or mosquitoes. Like between the two of these, you can't go wrong. Honestly, it was just something a little extra that I added to what I was doing. I was bored one day and I just added the scents just to be extra. But here we go. I did just open this and I didn't close it back right. Okay. Shout out to Love in Motion on Instagram. I will link them down in the description. Shout out to Love in Motion, Kia and Ash, for introducing me to the world and my fire starter making video, without which I probably would not have made this video. So thank you, girls. Hope to see you again at the next subscriber camp. Let's get this going. Little heat. By the way, this is the Coleman dual burner stove. I do have my single burner stove, but I did not have any fuel for it, so bear with me. And you can almost see like immediately that the wax is starting to warm up. Again, all I would do was take this golf wax, take a brick out, and set it inside my pot. Low heat. We're not in a hurry. We're not trying to burn anything. You just want to melt the wax. It's melting already, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see that. Got my surgical precision scissors. Got my Equate cotton rounds. I got my dental rounds that I ordered from Amazon. These were like $3 or $4 for like 100. And as the Max Welts, I said the Max Welts, as the as the wax melts. Um, Last time I had my multi-tool and I was doing this, and I was just dipping the wax, or dipping the pads inside the wax. But this time I have my trusty surgical scissors, and I'm going to do it all professional like. Okay. So the wax is melted. Turn this off. Sure, that's off. And all we got is liquid wax, right? At this point, this is where you add your scent, and this is where you add whatever kind of, if you have the wicks, the candle wicks, you add your candle wicks, and you would add your holding device for your candle wicks. You will pour these into a candle, or start setting your base. And all I'm gonna do is open this bag, and I'm gonna take a couple out, and literally, since I added my scent already, I already have citronella in this oil, or in this wax, sorry. I'm just gonna take this pad and dip it in there. You're gonna see the cotton pad start foaming and bubbling, but that just means that it's absorbing the wax. That's it. Dip it in there, couple seconds, and then what I did was lay them out in a pan or a tray and let it dry. This is wax, so at the end of the day, it's gonna stick onto the pan, but it doesn't matter because it's just wax. So again, you take the cotton pads, stick them in the wax, soak it up pretty good, and lay it out to dry. Soak up the cotton pads, soak it in your wax. Lay it out to dry. And then after you lay them out to dry, I usually let them sit for, half a day or so, depending on the weather when you did it originally. I did mine in the middle of the summer, so it was warmer outside, and I had to let them dry a little longer. These are the dental rolls. These is what I was gonna take for backpacking. Same thing. You dip it in the oil, the wax, roll it around in there, and the wax is just gonna coat the cotton. Take them out, let them dry. Take them out, roll it around. You let it dry. And your end result is these pancakes, or cotton pancakes, I like to call them. And what you do have is a waterproof fire starter. So with the fire starters, once you're finished letting them dry, you got a nice waterproof product that will last you for a long time. And all you got to do to use it, break it in half, expose the cotton, light it on fire. Break it, expose the cotton, light it on fire. And it'll stay lit for like 5.5 minutes. And you got a reliable fire starter. Literally. You take this, you put it underneath your kindling, and you're set. You can't go wrong with this. You can even break this in half. You don't even have to use the whole thing. You can break it in half, tear it up, use it 2 or 3 times. Doesn't even matter. You see me just blow it off. And I'll just relight it again. Unlimited fire starters, homemade. Like and subscribe. Let me know if you want me to do some more homemade things.